So today's video is all about goals. So before we jump into this video, I just want you to say to yourself, you know what, whatever I've heard before or whatever I've told myself before, I'm going to forget right now. So things like goals don't work for me, or I'm really unlucky, nothing ever goes my way, or I get really motivated in the beginning but then I start to lose that momentum and I start to slow down and my goal eventually just goes away. I want you to forget about all of that because I'm going to be showing you the 3 steps that work so well for me. Like I could just start crossing off goals like that, like dollar bills. The first thing that you want to do after you have your goal, so obviously the first step is to get a goal, but we want to dig deeper into that. And what do you do after you have your goal? So your goal is weight loss, or your goal is to find a job, or to get into law school, or to become a nurse, or whatever the case may be, to start a blog. Whatever your goal is, you want to have that goal and you want to make yourself a treasure map. So obviously the goal in the end is the treasure, and you need to figure out your map, your way, your route that you're going to get there. So what I like to do, instead of just writing down my goal, I like to kind of put it in like a picture. And I like to doodle, so if you like to doodle too, then you're going to really like this. And what I do is I put my goal in the center and I make like a circle and I write like, I don't know, weight loss in the center. And then I start making branches and I started calling it a goal tree. Even though in the end it doesn't look like a tree at all, but that's what I started calling it in college. And what I do is I think of all the different ways I could achieve that goal. So it doesn't have to be in steps. It doesn't have to be like, well, first I need to join a gym, or first I need to make a resume to have a job. I don't always do it in like a coherent like step 1, step 2, step 3. I just write down everything I can think of that I need to accomplish that goal. So if your goal is to work from home, then you're going to need a quiet space, or maybe you're going to need to rent a space. If your goal is to lose weight, you're going to need to join a gym, or you're going to need to go food shopping and get healthy food to have in the house. All of these things, you want to get them down on paper because sometimes they sound crazy in your head, but when you put it down on paper, sometimes magic happens and you start looking around and you're like, oh my gosh, if I do this mixed with this, my goal can happen so much faster, or that makes a lot more sense. One of the reasons why I think I was so successful in losing weight is on my little treasure map, I made fun a thing. Like I wrote down fun. I don't know why that came to my head, but I was like, weight loss needs to be fun because I know me, and if it starts getting boring and rigid and hard, I'm gonna quit. So I wrote down fun. So what's fun for me? Listening to music, or working out with friends, working out in a group setting. I told you guys I love to take the classes at the gym. So I only go to gyms where they offer classes. I'm not somebody that can go on the treadmill or go on the elliptical. Like I just can't. So for me, I wrote down fun, and look where that got me. It got me to reach all my fitness goals, and now I have new fitness goals. But months ago, if I saw me now and like saw how much I weighed and the clothes size that I was wearing, I'd be ecstatic. I'd be like, what? I did that? And it's all because I wrote down the word fun. So I would have never even knew that. I would have thought crazy, like weight loss? Weight loss isn't fun. You have to eat diet food. Well, I showed you guys in my diet hack video, we make food fun and we make food like kind of taste like food that we crave. So you want to write down everything that's going on in your head, even if it sounds crazy. So have you ever heard that you should review your goal every morning, that's the first thing you should do in the morning is look at your goals? Well, I started taking that a step further. So I would not only review my goals in the morning, I would start taping it to like my coffee pot, my Keurig machine, and the refrigerator. So I have 2 different goals at the moment, and I have one taped to my coffee pot and one on my refrigerator. So those are 2 things like I can't go a day without. I have to open up my refrigerator to eat, and I have to have coffee first thing in the morning. So I'm not gonna miss my goal. My goal's right there. It's written in pink highlighter. I'm not gonna miss it. So already it's fresh in my head. Review your goal first thing in the morning. Tape it to your toothbrush for all I care. Like, put it somewhere where you're going to see it, and you're going to subconsciously make decisions all day that are going to help you make that goal happen and make it real and make it alive. Because I don't know how we do it, I don't know the science behind it, but I do know that when I have something fresh in my head, I do start to notice things more. If I told you right now, find me a red Honda Civic, you're gonna go and find me a red Honda Civic. You're gonna see it. Like, you're gonna see it in a parking lot, you're gonna see it on a highway, you're just gonna see that car everywhere because I told you to go look for it. So that's kind of the same thing with this. I'm telling you, you want to become a nurse, okay, well, have that in your head. You see that first thing in the morning when you're brushing your teeth or having your morning coffee. You're thinking about becoming a nurse. So then you start your day and you're just gonna hear things. Maybe you're standing online at the grocery store and somebody's saying that, like, oh, so-and-so's hiring, they're hiring nurses, or they're, having nurses in training. You're gonna hear all these different things, or see, applications to apply for this nursing program at school. You're gonna see these things because it's in your head. So the last step is so important, and this is how it's all going to happen. This is going to be your plan of action, and it's do one thing every day to help you get that goal. So it's kind of easier said than done, and I remember I read this somewhere, and that's where I got the idea from, and I was like, oh, that's easy. Just do one thing every day. Cool. Done. Considered it done. And it's not. It is not easy. You have to force yourself to do one thing every day to get to your goal. And I remember it was when I was still in college and I wanted good grades, and I told you guys this story a million times, but I wasn't doing so well in business school and I was dealing with like a lot of emotional stress, and I was on the verge of getting kicked out. So it was the first week of school and there was no homework, there was no studying, we just got our textbooks and everything. So I'm like, oh, okay, I don't need to do anything. Wrong! If I want to do one thing every day to get closer to my goal, I need to crack open a book. So that's the first thing I did. I asked the teachers in advance, I emailed them all, and I said, I just want to know, I know that there's no homework now. I was like a little brown noser. I'm like, I know there's no homework now, but do you know what we're going to be working on next week? I just want to make sure I am managing my time well. And they were like, oh yeah, they were thrilled. Trust me, you feel a little stupid doing it in the beginning, or at least I did. They were thrilled to know that I was excited and ambitious. If your goal is weight loss and you want to do one thing every single day, and you might say, well, I don't know what I could do today because I'm not going to the gym today. You could say, okay, let me eat better today. Let me replace my diet soda with a water, or let me take the stairs today instead of the elevator, or something I do, I park the car really far away and I walk into the supermarket or to the gym. It's kind of funny, at my gym, everyone's like running for the spaces in the front, and it's like, we're at the gym, really? Like, you can't park like further away from the front, but whatever. So that is it. So those are my 3 steps that I do every single day. It kind of sounds like a lot, but it becomes like second nature to you, and it just becomes like brushing your hair or brushing your teeth. Like, it just becomes something that you do, and it just becomes easier. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if this does end up working for you, even if you try this in 2 weeks or a month or something, and you come back to this video and let me know if you accomplished the goal because of these steps. So have an awesome day. Remember, you can do anything. No dream is too big, and I will see you all soon. Bye.